Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I just wanted to do a quick pregnancy update because now I'm in the third trimester. I am about 32 weeks. I'm due mid-October. Also, if you're just like totally new around here, this will be my sixth baby. So 5th pregnancy because I've had twins, and it'll also be my 5th boy in a row. So I have 1 girl and then 5 boys now. First, how I'm feeling physically. I feel like my energy has been pretty good. Like I don't feel like I'm at like the 3rd trimester slump yet. I'm not totally ruling it out, but I do think part of it is because I've been taking beef liver supplements, and I've had a few of you tell me like that they're amazing for energy. So I tried to like really stick to them once the 3rd trimester hit, because at like 28 weeks, I started feeling like I needed to like lay down in the middle of the day. And I was just like, I need to try to amp up those beef supplements because I was only taking half of a serving just to make them last longer. But then I was like, no, I just need to like full commit. And honestly, I feel like it's helped my energy so much more. Sleep has been good. I really just feel, still kind of normal, other than I am starting to feel like hip pain and like, pelvic pain, just like walking around. It was to the point for like a few weeks where at the end of the day, my hips would just feel kind of achy. And now it's at the point where like I wake up and they just feel achy. So that's my only like kind of ailment right now. I really just feel pretty good. I really don't have much ailing me right now. I will say if anything's ailing me, it's just like the heat. I'm normally not like a big fan of being hot, but especially pregnant. It's funny because this pregnancy I had in my mind like, oh, I'm due in October. Usually I'm due like in June or July or August for my pregnancies. So I was like, oh, I'm due in October. That means I'll like have the baby in the fall. Summer heat won't be as much of an issue. But now I'm realizing that it's almost worse because now I'm just experiencing all of the heat for like the end of my pregnancy. Another thing about like how I've been feeling, I have not been exercising nearly as much the last probably like month and a half, partially because we were on our West trip. And I did try to work out like at least 2 times a week on that trip. But that's just, I usually work out at least like 4 or 5 days a week. And then since we've been back, I kind of started getting into the rhythm of it again. But then we started homeschool, and that has just been taking so much more time of my day that I just have not been prioritizing it well enough. I just feel like right now my like to-do list is so big that it's just hard to find time to work out. I don't really love going to the gym right now, super pregnant, because I only have like one outfit that fits me and I kind of hate wearing it right now. So then it'd be nice to work out at home, but it's so hot. So we actually do have a like an AC unit in our garage where our like home gym is. And I think what I'm gonna try to do is just start working out in the morning when it's like not too hot, and then turn on the AC unit in our garage. Just because I'm just not really in the mood to like go to the gym right now. That's my goal. We'll see. For the baby, one update is we did finally pick a name. He has been measuring a week ahead this entire pregnancy. As early as they start measuring, he's always been a week ahead, so that's good. Another thing is I feel like I'm reaching the point where it just feels like there's like an alien trying to like get its way out of my body. I remember saying that my last pregnancy, and that's how it feels right now. Like sometimes he just like kicks so hard that it feels like he's trying to get out. So for preparing for the baby, I like have these ideas of doing like a little corner in our room for like a little nursery corner, and just putting a little crib and just trying to make it cute. But I'm pretty much 32 weeks right now, and I have not done anything for that. So we'll see how that goes. We do typically like start off like co-sleeping. So it's not really like a must to get a crib, but it is nice to just have a place to lay the baby down like while I'm doing something, or like for naps or whatever. So I would like to get that figured out. I've just been like looking at Facebook Marketplace and I haven't found any cribs that I love yet. So I'm just like hoping one will pop up soon. But yeah, and then I also need to sort all of his baby clothes. I need to like go through all the hand-me-downs we have. I think I bought him like maybe 1 or 2 outfits when I first found out that it was a boy, because it's like, just special to get something new once you like know the gender. But I need to like sort out the rest of his clothes. We also plan to cloth diaper from the beginning with him. This will be my first time like doing it straight out of the womb cloth diapering. So I do want to get some more diapers for him. And really, I mean, we just don't really need anything because we just have, I feel like, everything you would need for a baby other than a crib. The one crib that we have that we use for our last baby, he's still using. And I've kind of learned from my other children, just like leave them in the crib as long as they can. Like don't try to like get them out of the crib too soon. It just makes things easier when they're just happy and content in their crib. I basically just need to get some cloth diapers in a crib and then I'll be good. So another thing that I do need to start preparing for is obviously the birth. We do go the home birth midwife route. And this time we're using a different midwife, so things are a little different, just in that she supplies the birth kit, so I don't need to get the birth kit, but I do think there's still like a whole list of supplies I need to get sorted. And then also she gave an option to, you could rent a tub from her or just do without the tub. And I was like, I'll just save the money and like do without the tub. In the past, when I've had home births, we've like set up the tub 2 times now and never used it. So I'm just like, I don't want to like spend the money on a tub when I've never even been able to use one in the past anyways, because with my last one, the baby was coming so fast that we just like couldn't even fill up the tub in time. And then with the one before, that was like my home birth transfer. So I'm just like, I've done it without a tub. I don't need the tub, but I do have like my own bathtub if I want to like labor in there some, because it does kind of help with the pain. But at the same time, it also just kind of like calms my body down so much that the contractions slow down, at least last time it did. So I don't know, we'll see. But that is something that I just need to start thinking about, is everything I need for the home birth. I think maybe in 3 weeks is going to be the visit where she comes to my house and checks all of my supplies to make sure I'm ready. So I need to start getting ready for that. It is funny, I've shared this on Instagram some. In the past, there's been pregnancies where I'm just like the last trimester, just so like ready to get the baby out. And it's like all I can think about, and the days feel like they're going so slow. Whereas this time I actually feel like the opposite, which is kind of a nice feeling, where I just feel like I'm so busy and I have like so much to do that the weeks just go by and I'm like, oh no, I'm already 32 weeks and I haven't even thought about this yet. Whereas like in the past, like all of my home birth supplies would be like ready by 30 weeks. But I do still have like so many things that I want to do. And I just feel like time is escaping me right now. So yeah, as for the birth, I've shared this in the past. I did a video sharing my like 4 birth stories. They're like wildly different because I've had C-sections and I've had like induced labors and home birth transfer and then a home birth. So I really have had like quite a variety of births. But what I just really hope for this time is that everything just kind of like is like a textbook home birth. Because my first home birth, obviously the baby was breech and that was a transfer, which everything ended up amazing, praise the Lord. But it still just like was frustrating because it felt like my body didn't know what it was doing. And then the next one was the same way, where it was like I had a cervical lip. And it just felt again like, even though I was at 10 centimeters for so long, there was just like no urge to push. And it just felt again like my body didn't know what it was doing. And my like hopes and prayers for this birth would just be that it's just textbook home birth and that I like call the midwife at the right time. So now for some kind of like crunchy things I like to start in the 3rd trimester. One is around, I mean, even earlier than now, I've already started it, is doing like the Nora tea. I believe it stands for like nettle, oat straw, red raspberry leaf, and then alfalfa leaf. And you just put it all in. There's like some people who like soak it for like a day. I'll do that sometimes, and then sometimes I'll literally just make it and steep it for 5 minutes and drink it. Just whatever I kind of have like the capacity in my mind to do. But 1, it's just a yummy drink. And then 2, it's also supposed to like help support your energy and like minerals and just all this stuff. So look it up, but it's supposed to be really good for you into pregnancy. So 3rd trimester, I try to amp that up more. I also, around 36 weeks, but I've just gone ahead and started, is adding in at least 2 dates a day. That one is like an easy one for me because I just love dates anyways. I like tend to snack on them even when I'm not pregnant. So I've just already been having like 2 a day just as like a little treat. Another thing I'll start around 36 weeks is evening primrose oil. And it's like little capsules, and you just, you know, just look it up what you do with evening primrose oil. But it's supposed to help like soften your cervix, and a lot of women claim that it like helps them tearing. I mean, when I've done it, I haven't teared, but I also haven't teared since my first baby. I don't know. I just kind of do it just as like an extra little help for my body. And then the last little kind of crunchy thing is I do take a tincture called the Gentle Birth Tincture, and I take it around 36 weeks. There's one that's with blue cohosh root and then one without. I usually do the one without just because I feel like there actually has been some things where like blue cohosh root has like done things that you don't want. I don't know. I haven't researched it in a long time just because this is like my 5th pregnancy, but I just kind of learned in my mind, I do the one without the blue cohosh root, but definitely like do your research on that. So I'll just start taking that every day just to help like prepare my body for pregnancy and all that. Like I said, I do want to just really get into like exercising at least 4 days a week, hopefully in our garage with the AC unit. But I also want to like make sure I'm walking every day. I have not been great at walking lately just because it's been so hot, but I do have a walking pad. So like the last week I've pulled that out and I've used it a few times this week, but I really want to be doing that every day. I'm just going to try to use the walking pad for like as long as I have to. And then once it's cool enough out to where it's like not miserable to be walking outside, I'm going to try to start walking outside instead. And honestly, like when the weather is like nice in the fall, like I just love going on a walk every day. It's just right now it's a little hard. It's a little hot. And then also, like I've shared before, I just don't have anything to wear when it comes to like walking or going to the gym because you guys know I got rid of all of like my clothes that weren't natural fibers. And I kept one pair of leggings that were like polyester, whatever. And that's like the one thing I have to wear to go to the gym or when I'm walking. But it's so hot that I just like don't want to put like a pair of pants on. So I'm like, if I could just like go to the gym in a dress, that would be amazing, but that'd probably be a little too weird. But I have been wearing a dress when I go on walks. People have asked if I have a conviction against pants. No, I love pants. I love jeans. I love jean shorts. I just don't have any that fit me right now because I'm pregnant. And my first pregnancy, I tried like maternity jeans and maternity shorts, but they're so uncomfortable that it's just not worth it to me. So I typically do just wear like dresses or if you've seen those like Free People rompers that got really like kind of trendy the last couple years, I have like 3 of those, but my husband says they're not his favorite. So I just haven't pulled for those at all this pregnancy, but I feel like last pregnancy, that's like all I wore. Lastly, for my diet, if you saw my video about our trip, our diet on our trip was not the best. It wasn't the worst, like it could be much worse, but it just, you know, it didn't feel like it was super nutrient dense. So since we've been home, it's been nice to have like family dinners every night again. I've been meal planning our dinners and I've really been enjoying what we've been having. And then for breakfast and lunch, I've been having these protein shakes. Oh my goodness, the best protein powder I've ever had. I'll link it down below. It is pricey though, so I kind of got it for myself as like a 3rd trimester treat to encourage good habits. But man, it's like the tastiest protein powder I've ever had in my life. And then I've also just been having yogurt bowls. Around lunch, I try to have some beef and like beans and salsa. I did get blood work back recently that said my ferritin was low, and I've never had that before. I'm like, it's probably because I've been like trying to cut out beef for our like budget. I think me and my husband were like, maybe we've been a little too like hardcore on our budget. Maybe we should like get some beef back in our diet. So that's what we have been doing. I've been having beef every day for lunch with like beans and salsa. If I make eggs and toast for the kids, I'll have that. If I make them something else, then I'll usually have my own breakfast, whether it's like, you know, a yogurt bowl or protein shake or whatever. In conclusion, we are just all so excited to meet baby. My daughter made like a countdown and I believe it's at like 50 something days right now, which is crazy. It feels really good to be like busy and not just like constantly obsessing about when the baby's coming. So that's nice. And there's also still like so much I want to get done. So I want to get, you know, some type of nursery corner ready, but then I also want to finish our kitchen cabinets. I just feel like I need to do that before the baby comes because they've been unfinished for like 2 years. I want to like paint my daughter's room if I can. That might be pushing it. There's just lots of like random little projects around the house. Like there's a curtain that's hanging downstairs that the kids pulled out of the wall and I need to fix that. And I don't know, just lots of little things. So I'm hoping I can get all of that done before the baby's here. Just also prepping the baby's clothes, prepping the home birth supplies. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I really wanted to make the baby a quilt. and I actually finished like the top part of the quilt. I'll show it to you really quick. This is it. It's an Irish chain quilt, and this fabric is like, it's like such a cozy plaid, and I just feel like this screams October baby to me. So I'm just so excited about this. I just need to finish like, you know, the quilt sandwich and then binding off the sides. But I also want to embroider his name into like one of the corners. I need to finish that. Just lots to do around here. And once again, it feels really good to be looking around and be like, I have so much to do, instead of like, when's this baby gonna come, you know? That's all I can think of to update you with like third trimester, how my pregnancy's going. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll respond to you in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.